You are listening to an episode of the Caffeinated Christian podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Ryan Willert, and I'm sitting here with Pastor Mike Rigglesworth and Bradley, your favorite person, the man with no last name over on the board. How are you guys doing today?
I'm good.
You're doing good?
Very good.
Ryan, I'm saddened by the fact that you have not been working on your theology beard.
I know.
Bradley's putting forth a valiant effort. I met with Steven the other day. He's got a really good theology beard. Mine obviously is amazing. Mm-hmm. And you need to work on yours, man. If you're gonna have a doctorate,
You have to look like a rabbi.
I know.
You do.
I'm going towards more the heretic. I don't know when this is dropping, but I might be done with school.
you've got a Rob Bell look going for you with the glasses.
Brutal. Brutal. I actually might have my doctorate by the time this plays.
You might.
I might after the What is Truth series, which I think is coming after, right?
No, this is coming this Saturday.
This coming this Saturday.
Are you gonna have your
Thanksgiving.
doctorate before this?
No,
Saturday?
I will not. Never
Thanksgiving
mind.
Saturday. Thanksgiving.
So technically, I'm not ashamed by not having my theology beard.
You're not
'cause
ashamed of being bald-faced.
I'm not ashamed of no beard and the gospel. How's
Okay.
that? How's that?
Sounds good.
So let us talk quickly about the coffee that we are drinking today.
Yes.
We are drinking another bag of Black Rifle Coffee Company. Now, we're not drinking from the bag. We've made the coffee in the bag, but
We're
we
drinking
are
out of the bag.
having Black Rifle Coffee Company, and the flavor that we have is called Silencer Smooth. I think it's really good.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's really good.
with pumpkin spice coffee creamer.
Yes.
This might be my second favorite one.
And it's a light roast, and it says the light roast is perfect for the quiet professional. Whoa. The precise roasting specifications bring out a sweet aroma, citrus notes, and a crisp finish. Now, I get the crisp finish. I don't taste citrus. I don't know if it's the pumpkin flavoring overpowering it.
Yeah, I don't get a citrus vibe.
But either way, it doesn't feel like it leaves like a thick coating in your mouth. It
I
does
know.
have a light sort of texture and flavor
Yeah.
to it.
It's smooth.
The other one, the Flying Elk, it's called. The Black Rifle Flying Elk. That's my favorite one. But this one's got to be a close second.
This one's a close second.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually really good.
Gotcha.
If you guys want to find out more, go to blackriflecoffee.com. That's blackriflecoffee.com. So today we have what should we call it? A snowed-in podcast?
Snowed in
Snowed in.
podcast.
Snowed in podcast. We originally were going to do it while we literally couldn't leave the house because we were snowed in, but some things got in the way. Actually,
Like
my
Ryan
schedule,
not getting any snow.
my schedule got in the way.
Ryan was actually able to do things.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
where I was,
I couldn't do anything.
Bradley couldn't do anything. So I'm gonna toss it. Who should I toss it to? Mike, Bradley? I'll toss it to Bradley.
Okay.
Bradley, let's
know.
start us off.
I mean,
This was your idea.
it was my idea.
So
But I don't know what we were going to talk about.
Well, let's
I didn't come
start.
up with a topic.
Let's start here. How much snowfall did you get? So, for people who don't know, you don't live in Buffalo or you don't watch the news because this made national news. Buffalo had a major snowstorm. Now, the news made it out to be a far bigger deal than it was.
The news always makes
Yes.
it out to be bigger than it is.
Yes, it catastrophizes things.
my
by a
favorite
lot.
is on YouTube, where they're trying to do like weather news that's not from a weather channel, and they put their thumbnail picture, and it's like Armageddon in the picture, and it's clearly not even Buffalo, two people. One picture is like Buffalo snowfall, and it's like people like falling into a lake. It's like, how did you get that picture on your thumbnail for what just happened in Buffalo?
Yeah, I mean, every year in Buffalo, if you're not from Buffalo, the news says that there's going to be a big snowstorm, and 90% of the time, it's about an inch of snow. And then people like go to the grocery store, and then they buy out all the shelves, and nobody drives. And every year, I sit there and I'm like, oh, I'll just go drive in the snow, and I'm fine, and nothing happens.
Yeah,
And
well,
then
stock up on that toilet paper.
this year, and then the November storm from 8 years ago, and then you know what? It happens in 8 years. It seems
so
like.
the last really big snowfall happened in 2001.
No, 2014.
Well, 2014, but before that was 2001.
Yeah, but then I'm also counting the October storm.
Oh, well, that's true.
That was
That's
a
true.
weird.
I didn't experience that because I was in Houghton.
That was a
I was away
weird
from that.
day, October storm. I drove down with my buddy Kyle to pick up my other buddy Marcus from Rochester.
Mm-hmm.
And I left and I had a sweatshirt and shorts on. As I was coming back, halfway, I'm like, why does that car have like 6 inches of snow on its roof? Because it was nice in Rochester. And as I'm driving on the 90, all of a sudden just a pure whiteout, and I'm like, we're gonna die. And so we have like Christmas music. I still have a video of just Christmas music in October with just a whiteout, and I'm in shorts because it was still like short weather for me in Rochester.
Right.
Yeah, I lived in a village at the time, and I remember the night before, like being outside and it was nice. It was like 60 or 50 outside, like shorts, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I remember going to bed and waking up the next morning. There's a telephone pole in my front yard, and there's snow all around the telephone pole. Just like so much snow.
Mm-hmm.
And we couldn't believe it because it was October. It's like the beginning of October.
Right. Yeah, I missed it. I was in the southern tier. It was my junior year of college. It's back when I still had hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember coming home for October break, which was mid-October, and just seeing, like, it looked like all of the trees on my parents' street got a really bad haircut.
Yeah.
Like all the leaves were gone.
Devastating.
Limbs were broken off. It was crazy. It was almost apocalyptic.
Yeah.
The way that it looked.
It was, I will say though, it was kind of cool to some extent because the past few days, I live in the Amherst area, and we got maybe a foot of snow, I would say. Maybe a foot of snow. While other people were getting
Rookie.
like, no, don't. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, poor Ryan. But I'm going to tell you something. My facility has got like 6 feet. So there is a poor Ryan in this when you got to pay
Ryan can play the victim.
Yeah,
there.
when you have to pay thousands of dollars to get snow literally removed because they can't plow it into corners or out into the street. But the looking at the band in the sky of the clouds is a very interesting and cool sight to see. Like it's almost like when you look at rain, right? You can see the line of rain in the distance. It's the same thing with the band of snow. You're like, those people are getting pelted right now.
Yeah.
And I think it's a cool.
It's like a curtain almost.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
I think it's a cool sight.
I like it too. Like I like watching rain fall in the distance. Like I like going out. I went to Washington State a few years ago, and it was raining. I was in one mountain, and there was another mountain that had like a rain cloud above it, and you could see the circumference of the rain cloud descending on this one mountain. And I think it's really cool.
Yeah, that is cool. That is cool. So, it's good. Missed the phone call. So, Bradley, what did you do over the break? This is more. I would say this is a lot like a round discussion around a square table, right?
Yeah, something like
kind
that.
Kind of podcast,
Yeah.
back to the old school type thing that we were
the
doing.
old ones.
Yeah. So, Bradley, what did you do? What was your experience during the days off?
Well, so the first day, because the snow came down on Wednesday night into Thursday, and so Thursday morning I woke up and I was like, oh, we got some snow.
Oh.
But then, like, I didn't really, you just see snow on the ground. You're like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I was looking at it closer and I was like, oh, we got a lot of snow. And so Thursday I just stayed in because I was like, I don't really want to go out there because it snowed at my house. It literally snowed starting at like 7 p.m. on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And it did not stop on Thursday. Like it literally continued throughout the whole Thursday. And this past Saturday was opening day of hunting season.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought on Thursday I would go to Cabela's and get some of the stuff I needed. Well,
there's no way they were open.
There was no way I was driving.
Were they even open?
No.
Okay.
No. But then so then I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm not doing that. And then Friday, I was like, oh, it's going to clear up by Friday. And it didn't.
No.
We got snow all morning. And then it finally stopped around like maybe 3 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like light snow all day.
Yeah.
And then I went to like make a path to one of my stands on Friday.
Yeah.
And it was quite the workout going through that snow. And then it snowed later Friday night. And then on Saturday morning was the opening day. Mm-hmm. And so I went out at like 6 in the morning before sunset or before sunrise.
Technically, it's before sunset too, so you're still good.
That's true. But yeah, I went out before sunrise, and then I walked along what I thought was my trail. It was actually a deer trail because my trail had completely got covered that I made the morning before.
Yeah.
And so I walked along this deer trail, and I followed the deer down to one of my stands, and I got about halfway to the stand, and I had to take a break because I'm 6'5", and I was having to pick up my whole leg to get it above the snow. Like I had my knee at my chest in order to like try and get above the snow.
Not worth it.
And so
Sorry.
it was.
Definitely not worth it.
It wasn't worth it, not really.
Yeah.
But I got about halfway out, and there's like a field next to like a tree line.
Yeah.
And the tree line leads into woods and forest, and then the field is just like an open field. So I tried to stay along the tree line because I thought, the snow is going to catch more there. And then I got out to the field, and there was like this pocket, and I didn't know it was there. And I walked, and all of a sudden I stepped, and my shoulders, like the snow came all the way up to my shoulders. And I literally like sat there and like kind of looked around in like bafflement.
And for those of you who do not know,
I just said I'm 6'5".
Yeah. So Bradley is not exactly a dwarf. So.
No.
Yeah, and I literally thought I'm stuck. I'm not going to be able to get out of this. So I had to like dig.
You can get another editor, right?
Yeah. I had to like
Producer.
I had to like dig a set of stairs to get out, basically. And then I finally got to my stand, and it was fine.
My gosh.
But
Yeah, I didn't do much. I actually stayed in. I had a lot of work on my paper that I had to get finished. So, but I did start. I was talking to you guys earlier, but I did start binging some shows on Hulu, specifically The Good Doctor.
It's quite a good show. My
a
wife and
fantastic
I
show.
follow The Good Doctor. We
Yeah.
follow The Resident.
Yes.
Good show.
Yeah, I started a couple doctor shows, and I figured out what I think I like about these shows.
yeah, because I don't understand the fascination with Dr. Show. Like I like House because he's
Hilarious.
hysterical.
Yeah.
But like anytime like medical work comes up, I have to turn the show off. Like
And so one of the things I like about I really don't have any knowledge of the medical field that these shows are talking about. They'll say a lot of words that I'm just like, I think those are actual
That sounds right.
terms, but I'm just going to go and say that the writers aren't making these things up. But the thing I've determined that I like about these shows, it's that there are ethical situations and dilemmas that I would never have even thought of that they work through. And I use it, it's more informative for me about these types of dilemmas.
Yeah.
Because like some of them are good. Like let me give you an example. I think it's like the second season, something like that, where the wife brings in the husband, and the husband's found out to have kidney cancer, some type of cancer. And the doctors found this out, and they go back to the room to tell the wife and the husband. And the husband wakes up with the wife there, and he goes, "Why am I in the hospital? Like, what's happening?" What they found out is the husband has Alzheimer's, and every basically morning, it's like a 51st Date type situation, the movie with Adam Sandler, and they're trying to determine and deliberate with the wife the entire show if they should do the surgery and then have the husband go through chemo for the next 3 years to maybe have 10 more years because they're old. They're like 85.
Oh, boy.
So it's like, what do you do? And so the question is, do you have a longer life with the husband, even though the next 3 to 4 years could be miserable for him? Or do you let him just in the next year and a half, 2 years, pass away, not worrying about going through the treatment? And so the conclusion the wife had was, it is not worth it. I don't want to say for her, but in her mind, it wasn't worth it to him because every single day he would have to wake up relearning that he has cancer and is going through this chemo, and the mental anguish is fresh every morning.
Right.
And so she decided not to do any of it and just take the next year and a half, 2 with them versus could be 10.
Right.
And I'm like, I've never thought like, that's such a weird scenario and an ethical like question of like, what would be right to do?
What
here?
is the right thing to do?
What is the right thing to do?
And
I sided with at the end, I'm like, I think the wife's decision was correct.
Yeah.
And so shows like that bring up situations that I would never have thought of in a million years, which gets my brain that's why I like them.
Yep.
Yeah, it's that medical stuff never has worked for me. And I think it's because when I was a little kid,
Motrin does nothing.
when I was a little kid, my mom used to watch Emergency.
I've never heard of it.
Oh, it's an old show.
It's like a 70s like
70s.
firefighter show. But I distinctly remember some like bloody incidents with that show, and ever since then I haven't been able to do medical stuff.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Early childhood trauma for you, Bradley?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah, that's all right.
The 70s were a bad time.
One of the many.
So you had a foot of snow.
A foot of
Ryan.
snow, right?
How much feet did you have, Bradley?
Well, that one patch was about 6 feet.
Right.
I think overall it was between like probably about 5 feet to like 7 feet.
At your house?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're like right on the border of Lancaster and Alma, right?
Yeah. So we normally are at the edge of the snow belt that runs through Buffalo. But this time we were like closer to the middle of it.
Gotcha.
Which usually doesn't happen. Like usually we can watch, like Ryan was saying earlier, like we can watch the snow belt.
Yeah.
But this time it landed right on us.
Right. Yeah, so we were in the middle of the band that came through on Thursday night into Friday, and it came through again Friday, and there's another 6 inches or so, maybe a little bit more, that came in Saturday night.
Yeah.
So
So it moved north and then
and then it drifted back down.
Yeah, it's actually supposed to come back after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Did you guys see this? We're supposed to get more on like Friday.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Like Friday, Saturday, we're supposed to get more.
I heard about rain, unless they changed the forecast.
It's changing all the time.
It is.
But
Yeah, I had to pull my snowblower out on several occasions, and it was crazy because you had snowfall in the middle of the night on Thursday. It froze, so there was a good thick 6 inches of ice. When I opened up the garage, fire up my snowblower, that was an ordeal in and of itself because it was the first time I started up the night before, but starting it up again in the frigid cold first thing in the morning takes a little while. So it was so cold that 6 inches of snow froze into ice, and my snowblower was essentially like skating on ice as it was blowing the snow. And periodically, chunks of ice would feed into the auger, into the chute, and it would get clogged. And I would have to unclog the chute and start up the snowblower again, unclog the chute, keep going with the snowblower.
No, thank
and
you.
you could still see ruts in my driveway of snow. There's snow mounds in my driveway where I had pretty much run over hills of ice. The problem is that we have a very narrow driveway and we have an very open side yard. We're one of the few houses in our
Oh, so you get those
neighborhood
drifts?
with a double lot, so we get the drifts. And guess where those drifts landed?
Straight in your driveway.
Straight in our driveway, straight on our cars. And so I had to dig out my car.
Do you have a garage?
Not a real garage, no.
Okay.
It's like
It's
a poser garage. Like
it's
like
it's like a very
Would you have like
small.
you have a
it's like a
lean-to
shed.
next to your house?
pretty much. It's leaning. It's leaning. Yes.
It's kind of like a shed more than a garage.
It's really a glorified shed. That's what I would call
yeah.
it.
It's like a big shed.
Can
Yeah.
you get a car in there?
Theoretically, if all
Okay.
the stuff was cleared out, I could get my car in there. There's no way that we're getting my wife's. Now we had a CRV.
The Honda.
We had the Honda. Got rid of that. We no longer have that. We now have a Honda Odyssey, a minivan. We graduated to a minivan. It's very nice. We brought it home Thursday night just in time for it to get buried on Friday. It was great.
See, Mike, we didn't have. See, that's interesting that you say you have like ice at your house because we didn't get the ice. The problem that we had was that the snow was above the snowblower, like in height. So my dad had to like put his weight on the back, and he has a very big snowblower. He had to put his weight on the back and get the top before he could get the bottom.
Wow.
So he had to like dig up and then come back down and get the bottom and like keep going. He had to keep doing that on the initial run.
Right.
The problem that we had too was that and it's funny to watch him because our driveway is so long. He would get to the end of the driveway and come back. So his snowblower is big enough that he can make 3 passes down. Like he makes 3 sections down the driveway and the driveway's cleared. The problem was by the time he got to that third one, the snow from the first section was already back up, so he had to go back down. So he was up and down the driveway like 4 times, and he's just like, I give up.
Yeah, don't blame him. Can we talk about for a second I'm going to say this really nicely, the fools who like to keep 6 feet of snow on their car, never brush it off, and then when it stops snowing, actually go. So you feel like you're going to die because there's ice blocks flying off at you on Transit Road, and these people just do not care.
You're speaking from experience, aren't you?
Whatsoever. I do not get why these people cannot comprehend that feet of snow that is ice can literally kill someone or cause car accidents on the top of their car.
Yeah.
Oh, it could crack your windshield easily.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
What's wrong with people?
Well, there was a huge tractor trailer that took out a traffic light on Genesee because it had snow stacked up on top of it. And think of the amount of square footage you have on a tractor trailer.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's funny.
But one of the best posts that I saw is a guy that I'm friends with on Facebook. He's a pastor in West Seneca. And he had a neighbor who brushed off all the snow on his van. He wasn't driving it. I'll preface with that. He brushed off all the snow on his van except the top part and the sides. He made it look like his car had a brush cut with sideburns.
Oh, that's funny.
Snow. It was awesome.
That's funny.
It was great. But of course, it's Facebook, so people freaked out and it's like, he should go to jail for that and get fined, blah, 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 blah.
Surprised they're not like, that's racist.
Yeah.
Like
It's
some insane claim.
He was just being funny.
Yeah.
That's it. He did not drive the vehicle. But I found that all very humorous. And just how, like, generally speaking, you have a few curmudgeons that don't like this type of weather, but generally, Buffalonians love this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like it at the end of the season, but the first snowfall or big storms like this that are kind of disruptive to your normal routine, I find that exciting.
I agree with you there. I like the big snowstorms, but I don't like, like an inch or 2 of snow. Like that annoys me.
Yeah,
because the snowstorm shut everything down and you don't have to worry about anything.
It's funny when other people...
Yeah, the 6 inches of snow, you have to get it cleared out and still do your normal stuff.
Yeah. I find it funny when other people are like, man, you like, they close down. Let me give you an example. Last year, my wife and I were going to go visit my brother-in-law and sister in Columbus, Ohio. And the day before, they were getting a snowstorm. And they're like, I don't know if things are closing down. I don't know if you guys want to come down and visit. We're like, well, we're getting out of Buffalo anyways. It's not snowing. It's like it starts to snow maybe in Cleveland where you got like an hour and a half left to drive. Like we'll figure it out. It's not snowing here. It's not snowing in Erie. It's not snowing anywhere but like where you are. We get there and it's so comical. They close down everything in Columbus because they had 6 inches of snow.
What?
Yeah.
Everyone, my brother Matt, who's a cop in Fairfax, Virginia, one of the reasons that they hired him over the other people was because when they get snow, which could be like 4 inches in Fairfax, everyone ends up like killing themselves because they don't know how to drive in snow. They like drive off the road. They drive like it's a disaster with 4 inches of snow because they're not used to it. And they're like, this is like dandruff to you. So of course, but people are like, hey, 6 inches of snow. We got to close this down. It's like, what is wrong with you? That's nothing. We don't even know it snowed when we get 6 inches of snow.
Right.
What was it? Texas got like 3 inches like 2 years ago or something like that.
National emergency.
I get that their pipes were not rated for that cold, but like the people flipping out about the snow, like I was laughing so much because I was like, you just turn on 4-wheel drive and
like
ignore
the big thing though is they just don't have the proper equipment to handle it.
Yeah.
Like even this is going back into 2014. Ironically, this is the previous year.
Yeah, this was the last time we got this much
so
snow.
there's the Snowvember storm of 2014, right? So that was in November 2014.
Yeah.
This was January 2014, not in Buffalo.
Oh, okay.
This is in the Midwest. This was me. I was driving into Indiana. I was completing my last on-site semester for seminary. I was taking an elective in American theology. was a very good class.
Bowling.
I enjoyed it very much. What's that?
Bowling elective.
Bowling elective. Yeah,
Archery.
Pretty much. It's the equivalent of that.
Scuba diving?
No, it's funny. You can take an elective. You can do American theology or you can do archery.
Yeah.
So go. All
Bowling,
right.
take your pick. Yep. But I heard that there was a storm that was going to be coming into Indiana right around the time I was coming onto campus. I had no idea the extent of this storm. And I'm looking at the snow coming down while I'm on the thruway, and I'm like, this is like Buffalo. This isn't a big deal. It's going to be just fine. But you get further and further in, even though the snowfall totals nowhere near matches what we would get on a typical day, they just didn't have the equipment to clear out all the snow. So I am driving on one of the main routes in Indiana heading to campus, and all I can see is black and snowflakes. That's it. And I have my GPS telling me whether or not I'm on a road on my phone. That was the only reference point I had for whether I was driving on a road or cornfields.
Yeah.
Like,
That's funny.
and one of the guys in my elective, we got to campus. We got to the seminary had just built a new building, and they instructed the students to go there. The president of the seminary was actually there with like hot chocolate and snacks, hanging out with the students. He was a great dude. But we got there, and I was hearing stories. There's a guy that straight up drove his truck through a cornfield, smashed his side view mirror because he couldn't see where he was. It was insane. But had you been in Buffalo, it would have been a totally different story.
Yes.
Well, can I, just while we're on the subject of driving,
How far into the cornfield?
Pretty far.
Okay.
I don't know how far, but
At some point, you're like, "What is that corn hitting my windshield?"
just while we're on the subject of driving, though,
Probably going the wrong direction.
like
just say pretty far. Yeah.
Ryan, I've rode with you in the winter before.
Yeah.
Like, especially when it's snowing. And I know that you don't mind, but I've heard you say this before too.
Okay.
And that's how I picked it up originally, was because I heard you say it. But Buffalo gets about an average of 3 to 5 feet of snow every single winter, on average. This year we got it all in a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we
Because
did.
typically, to that, I think the top, like top 5 out of the top 10 places in the country per year of snowfall is in New York.
Yeah.
In our region.
Yeah. But, you think that, and at least 75% of Buffalo is okay. But there's that 25% that anytime there's anything lightly coming down, it's 30 degrees out, it's not going to freeze, they can't drive. They just lose control of how to drive.
Yes.
Like, I was driving today, and there was a light dusting of snow on the road. And this one person in a truck, it was like a diesel Ford, and it had the 4 tires in the back and then the 2 up front.
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And it was lifted, and you could tell they were snow tires. Like, you could tell, was going like 20 on Broadway
Yeah.
What?
through the snow. And I'm sitting there in my Jeep, and I'm just like, dude, like,
Yeah.
it's
it-
55 here.
And
Come on, bud.
Right.
Come on,
it's
let's
not
go.
only just slow, it's like how to turn right on red.
Yeah.
4-way stops.
Yep.
It's like it's like snow is like, you ever seen that one Harry Potter thing where it like rains and people just forget their memories because the
Yes.
rain hits them?
It's
That's
exactly
what
like
snow
that.
is. For some strange reason, like it snows,
Yeah.
all of a sudden people
And-
forget laws of traffic.
And rain when it's not a
Rain.
summer.
Yes.
Oh my word! I was going to say that people don't know how to drive when it's raining.
It's so true.
The hydroplaning is what it's called when you start to slide in
Yes.
the rain.
Yep.
Like, I talk to like so many people, and they don't know how to hydroplane. And I'm like, it's the same as when you're on ice. You just turn the opposite direction.
Go as fast as you can. Yeah. I'm just kidding.
And if you're not going at a crazy high speed, and you're not driving through like deep waters,
You're not driving through East Aurora.
You're fine. You're fine. Like, yeah,
Right.
Like people are going 20 on the throughway.
Yes.
Like, and right,
It's like a
why?
light sprinkle. And
Yeah.
it's like, for some reason, any weather condition other than sunny and cloudy, Buffalo like loses its way to drive. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know what it is.
What
You would think with all the snow and all the rain we get,
you would figure it out.
you would figure it out.
Yeah.
And it's not
You would think.
old people either. Like 9 times out of 10, this 25% of people is young people.
Oh yeah,
Like
for sure.
20 to 30, the most reckless drivers, and they can't do it.
What also is
And
annoying
I don't understand.
are the days before the day before the storm day. And what I mean by that is, like, for instance, we know a storm's coming Saturday morning.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're out on, like, say, a major road, like transit. On Friday afternoon, I'm like, is anyone at work right now? Why is it like 2 days before Christmas
right.
on the
You
road?
go to-
Every single person is in the shopping. I get getting groceries, but like it's 1 p.m. Did everyone take off of work to prepare for this 1 day blizzard? Like, what's? I'm confused how everyone's not at work right now.
When I worked at Tops, that happened constantly. Like the one
They
winter
just took off.
that I was at. Well, the one winter that I was at Tops, I worked there from like January to like June is the time frame that I worked there. And between June and March, every time there was something about like snow or like a small storm coming, the deli, we would sell out of everything because all these people, and like I said, not even old people, like mostly young people would come in and just like buy like 40 pounds of ham.
Right.
And I'm like, what do you need 40 pounds of ham for?
It's true.
Oh man.
And it was like I would always ask them, like, why do you need this much ham? And they'd be like, oh, because there's a big snowstorm. Didn't you hear?
Yeah.
And I was like, it's going to be an inch of snow. And every single time, there's an inch of snow.
Yeah. Well, on Thursday, so the day before the storm hit, I dropped off our daughter to preschool, and I had my son with me that day. So we looped around, and we knew we needed to get certain things for the weekend that we knew we weren't going to be able to get because we were anticipating being snowed in. So there's acting out of complete and total fear, and there's being prepared. There's a really fine line there.
Yeah, when you have 6 gallons in your refrigerator for a 1 day snow day, you don't need to get 6
it's
more.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So we went and we got a gallon of milk, and I think I picked up a few other things like a bag of chips or whatever.
Yeah.
But in a store, it's the Save-A-Lot right around the corner from where my wife and I live in the village of Lancaster. It's a store that in the morning normally averages like, I don't know, maybe 5 people an hour.
Mm-hmm.
There were like 30 people in the store.
I believe it.
Like one cashier.
Yeah.
And so there's a line
Save-A-Lot
going
sucks with cashiers. Like,
oh, they're bad.
it's not that the people are bad. It's just that the way that they process stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because my sister worked there, and she's like, yeah, their machines suck.
Yeah, they're not great. But the people there are great. They're really friendly.
Oh, yeah.
They're really nice. I mean, food's good enough, but it was just amazing to see like people were stocking up on frozen food, on toilet paper. It was like going back to the days of the pandemic. It was like people were freaking out.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun.
Do you guys have snow equipment in your cars? Because
Yes.
I'm so shocked of how many people don't.
I keep
have
obviously
a
a pair of gloves, a pair of like muck boots.
Oh, you keep boots in your car. That's a good
boots,
idea.
I keep boots in my car, and I
just wear the boots.
I keep one of those metal travel shovels. It's not like what you would see for a kid in a sandbox,
Right.
but it's like if you take a normal shovel and make it a third of the normal shovel. That's what I do, and I do that just in case. Granted, my car is all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, and I keep it just in case I have to do some shoveling. But I always wear a coat, obviously during the winter. But boots, gloves, and a shovel.
Yep. So I have an adjustable shovel in the trunk of my car. Mm-hmm. I have cat litter in case.
Yep.
That's
a good one.
In case my car
traction.
gets stuck.
Yep.
Also, I have a candle with a lighter and a blanket. So if I get stuck and I'm not able to get out, I run out of gas, I'm not able to keep my car running.
Like a Yankee candle?
Not a Yankee candle, just a regular, like plain old candle, just for heat, for warmth.
Okay.
And I'm not going to, use it while my car is running. But if the car stops running, I'm stuck on the thruway, I have something to keep me warm.
See, I have...
So
I guess it depends what car. When I had my Prius during college, I literally had a large rug that I could stick underneath my tires. In case I couldn't move, because the Prius. Okay, I'm gonna let you share, Bradley, and I'm gonna tell you a story.
of
what happened to me in the Prius.
Okay,
on the way home from college to Lanier.
Because with Mike, I would, and what you just said too, like I would normally keep the cat litter in there, but I have a Jeep with 4-wheel drive and it's trail rated, so I'm like, well, like if I get stuck, something's wrong.
Yeah,
right.
But like, I always get paranoid with like do you ever hear like the stories from the blizzard of 77?
Yes.
Like, because my dad, his street got so much snow that he was standing as a 5-year-old. He was standing at the top of a telephone pole because there was so much snow.
Wow.
And he's 5 years old and they're at the top of a telephone pole. And so like, and there were so many cars that got buried. So I keep MREs in my car that I can heat up.
MREs?
Yeah.
Military like meals?
They're like the camping ones, but
Okay,
yeah, they're the same thing. That they have like a way to heat them up built into the bag.
Yeah.
Because I'm always like, oh, if I ever get stuck in the car somehow, like, you know, I at least want food.
Yeah.
And then
That's
like
good.
water, gloves. I don't keep a shovel. I was thinking about I should get a shovel.
You should do a shovel.
I-
You can
it's good
buy
to
the
have.
travel ones that are.
Yeah, my brother had one, and he's like, "Yeah, I got this the other day." I was like, "That's a really good idea. I should
Yeah.
do that." But yeah, as far as the heat goes, I have like a thermal sleeping bag that's rated for like negative temperatures. So
Gotcha.
like I
Nice.
don't need the candle.
Good.
So
Good.
Would the candle
that's
heat
even
up
better.
the car?
It won't heat up the car. It'll keep me warm. I also have hand warmers too.
Oh,
have hand
like
warmers.
those.
the shaky
So
ones,
just
the
the ones
shaky
you shake, and
Yeah.
they're the packages.
Hmm.
You put
Yeah,
in
I don't
your-
have
you
any
put
of
in
that.
your
Yeah,
gloves.
the
I should get that.
the candles actually. If you have, it depends how big it is, and if you have a couple of them, and you just heat them up, like it'll take a few minutes, but your car will get really warm.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching some people do it. Like if you have like they're like the white like wax ones.
Yeah, they're just regular
Yeah.
standard wax
Yeah,
candles.
if you get like 4 or 5 of those and you place them like around your car and light them all at the same time, your car will heat up.
And how it's funny how it's not the norm to have a candle that isn't scented now, right?
Right.
Just a regular wax candle,
Right.
white. Like that's literally all I have in my car.
Basically, the Christmas Eve service candle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That kind
That's
of
exactly what it is. Yep.
Yeah.
The Agnus Dei candle.
Yeah. Pretty much. So which
Everyone sings that Christmas song with. Yeah. So I one day. Oh my gosh. So I went to Canisius College and I didn't dorm there. I commuted because I lived 30 minutes away, and I basically calculated what it would be to lease a Prius to save the gas mileage versus what it would cost to live on campus, do a meal plan, and
I didn't know, this didn't register for me before, but you had a Prius.
I had a Prius. Yeah.
I can't imagine you fitting in a Prius.
Believe it or not, they're quite huge inside. It's
like the-
surprisingly large.
it's panned as like the least manly car out there.
Yeah,
pretty amazing.
But when you got like 60 miles per gallon, and
Well, hey,
it's fantastic.
That's great.
especially when I had to commute every day, 30 to an hour,
Yeah,
depending on
okay.
what time you had to leave. But so I saved thousands of dollars. Basically, my math came out to be. But the one day I remember I had a late class that ended at 8. It was snowing. Wasn't that bad? Probably like 6 to 8 inches, like a normal. And I get to Transit and Genesee, and for the listeners who have no idea what I'm talking about, that is a major sort of intersection.
yep. Know exactly where that is.
Yeah, right in right on
By the airport.
right in the airport. Yeah,
Yeah.
and so no one was
really
there.
big intersection.
Yeah, really big intersection. No one was there because it was late at night, like 8:30 by the time I get there, maybe 8:40 because I was going slow. Because the Prius, for some reason, is terrible in the snow.
Do they have all-wheel drive?
I don't. No, they don't.
Oh,
They
okay.
didn't back then. They might, but they also had very, very. I think the tires were like 16 inches, like very like stupid little, like play school tires. They're just so small.
Right. I'm just thinking of a clown car, and you're driving this little clown car around.
I'm pretty sure
Pull tires off
I'm
a
pretty
Fisher
sure
Price
my
car.
bowling ball I use is larger than the tires on the Prius. But I get to Genesee, and the Prius has like this built-in traction control that you can't turn off, that when it spins, it shuts the tires off. And you can't turn it off. And so I probably sat at the intersection of Genesee for 10 minutes, where it was green light, tire stops. Trying to back up in
What?
reverse, tire stopped. I missed probably like 4 green lights
Wow.
while people were going around me. Finally, I got out of my car and I just tried to like push it back and forth because it's like a kid's car. But it finally released. But what I ended up doing, why I said I put a blanket, is because I had a blanket in my car, I put it underneath my tires, my front tires, because the front wheel drive, and it got the traction and helped me out of this little
Good.
gully, this inch gully I was in that the Prius couldn't get out of. And I just left the blanket. I'm like, I'm not stopping. I'm not turning around.
Why would you?
I'm going to die because it's going to stop in the middle of.
What year is this, Ryan?
Oh, 2006?
Okay. I seem to remember driving in 2006 and going past this Prius and thinking to myself, who's this idiot that can't drive his car?
Why does this guy not go through this green light?
Just kidding.
Does he like this section?
So it's funny that you mentioned like being able to just push it because it's like a kid's car.
Yeah.
Because my
Fantastic for on your pocketbook. I'll say that.
the camp that I used to work at a few years ago, we would do winter camp, and the parking lot. Ryan, you know this. The parking lot would like freeze over.
What camp is this?
Circle C.
Oh, okay, yes.
So
yeah.
yeah,
And
like
it's hilly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's a dirt parking lot. And so the staff, we'd have to park our cars there on Friday night. We'd park in like a row.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the other, like people camping there would park in like the good spots.
Right.
And so, for 3 days, our cars would just sit there. And on Sunday afternoon, when everybody's getting ready to leave, me, my friend Nick, and then like 2 other people with trucks would all sit there and wait for the little people with their little cars to get stuck, and we'd have to get them out. And my one friend Joey, he had a Pontiac. It was like a 2002 Pontiac. And the car was completely made out of plastic.
Oh, man.
And it never got stuck, ever. And I don't know why. It just never, that day it got stuck. It was all ice, and his wheels like froze to the ground. And so we hooked his car to my friend's truck, and we hooked on to what we thought underneath was like a good support to hook onto.
I see where this is going.
Yeah.
And since his car was all plastic, we ripped his whole like back off. And then we hooked onto his wheel bearing, and he forgot to take it out of park. So when he drove forward, he towed his whole car on park, just like across this like icy pavement. And then we like wrecked his brakes.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah,
It's a bad day right there.
that location was very slopey. We'll put it that way.
It was
I've
so
seen
bad
people
in the winter.
fall and just glide down the hill.
Well, Bradley, that scenario you described, I've seen a YouTube video that's very similar where they're trying to pull this car out of a ditch, like a really thick snowbank that it was stuck in. And it was hooked up underneath what they thought was something really secure. And then what happens is this truck, whatever it was hitched to, rips off not just the back bumper, but like the entire trunk of this little car. Like it's just the back of it's just completely gone.
It was close to that.
Oh my gosh.
It was because his whole car was plastic. It was like a Matchbox car. I don't know why we didn't just push it.
Probably would have been the better move. But I mean, your frontal lobe doesn't develop till you're 26 fully, so it's
It wasn't my fault.
I think it was a good idea at the time. I'm not saying it was, but someone thought it was a good idea.
It was the redneck's idea, not mine.
All right, I think we've worn out this conversation. What do you think?
Yeah.
Deep intellectual, theological conversation about snow and buffalo.
Wipe the top of your cars off, people.
That's the moral of the story.
Don't kill people.
To add a theological question to this,
It's in the 10 Commandments, guys.
Thou shalt wipeth thy car off.
real quick before we go, I was thinking about it the other day because in the Bible it says, Jesus says, I will make you white as snow.
Yes.
But Israel doesn't get snow that often. So how,
Israel gets snow.
yeah, but not like ever. Like a few years
What?
ago.
Israel gets snow, I think, a few
they?
times a year. Yeah, I think so.
Because I remember it snowed.
I could be mistaken.
I remember back in like 2016 or something like that, it snowed and it was a huge deal because they got snow for the first time in like 20 years.
Yeah, how did they know what snow is?
I was wondering if that was like an average, like did like everybody know what snow was? Because it's in the Middle East. Like it's
Right.
hot there.
Right. It's a good question. Don't know.
So it is not common in certain parts of Israel, but in the higher northern part, the country parts, they get it a few times a year.
Gotcha. So they would have been familiar with it.
Okay.
Especially if they're farmers, I think would be more familiar with it than the
Interesting.
common people.
Right.
So Bradley, you are right that it's. I'm assuming the people he spoke to during that were more farmer types.
Yeah. Okay.
You think so?
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking about it. It was like, because like where Jesus like ministered mainly.
Yeah.
Like I was like, they didn't get snow there. Like Rome didn't get snow very often.
Well, and Isaiah prophesied that, didn't he?
Did he?
Though your sins be like scarlet, they'll be made as white as snow.
Maybe.
I believe there's.
I thought Jesus quoted it too, but Isaiah might have.
Yeah.
Isaiah 1:18.
Okay.
Okay. I thought so.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I thought so.
My bad.
So yeah, I mean, but that's Isaiah prophesied about Jesus, so it's fair to say.
And then Psalm 51.
Psalm 51 too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and David was,
I mean, he traveled
a
around.
shepherd, and he traveled around, so he
Makes sense.
would have been familiar with it, I would imagine, if he was in the northern part of Israel.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, Israel is not in the Middle East is not a place that I would associate with snow.
You're right that it's not exactly known for snow, right?
Yeah.
Yes. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning into another episode of Caffeinated Christian, a special episode of the Caffeinated Christian podcast. Hey, be sure to like and subscribe wherever it is you get your podcasts, and be sure to give us a 5-star rating. Also, be sure to like us on Instagram and Facebook. If you have suggestions or questions or feedback you'd like to give us for future episodes, or you just want to say hi, feel free to just message us on Facebook or Instagram. We would love to connect with you. All right.
Tune in to What is Truth coming January.
That's right.
2023.
January 2023, What is Truth, our special series. We can't wait to premiere that to you all and for you to experience it with us. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.